Have you ever recorded video that turned out looking too bright or too dark because the exposure wasn't set quite right in the camera? Have you ever recorded video that came out looking too blue or too yellow because the white balance wasn't set quite right in the camera? These problems are difficult to correct using standard color correction tools, but a new color space called ACEScc makes these corrections much easier and more accurate. I'm going to show you how to use ACEScc in Sony Vegas Pro. This clip is underexposed by about a stop and a half. I can try to correct the exposure using a brightness and contrast filter. But when I raise the brightness, then I lose contrast in the shadows. I can raise the contrast to fix the shadows, but then the highlights are too bright. There's no combination of brightness and contrast settings that will make this entire image look correct. I can do it with a curves filter, but that's much more complicated. This clip has a strong yellow tint because of a bad white balance setting in the camera. I can use a three-way color corrector filter to try to correct the white balance, but it's more work than it should be. You need different settings for high, mid, and low to make the image look right. To use ACEScc, first go to my website to download the configuration. Open the zip file and copy the contents into the Vegas Program Files folder. Installation instructions are included in the download. Restart Sony Vegas to load the new configuration. Then open the project properties and set the pixel format to 32-bit floating point full range. Set the compositing gamma to video, and to enable the ACEScc workflow, set the view transform. Choose the color space that corresponds to your preview device. For a standard computer monitor, choose sRGB. Next, open the media properties and choose the color space that corresponds to your camera. For a standard video camera, choose Rec. 709 video file. To compensate for the exposure, use a brightness filter. It just takes one adjustment to correct the entire image. Compensating for the exposure this way is very similar to changing the ISO setting inside the camera. To correct white balance, use the channel blend filter. Adjust the red, green, and blue channel offsets in the last column. This clip looks too yellow, so I'm going to add some blue and a little bit of red. To render, you also need to choose the rendering color space. Choose a rendering template, customize the template, click the Project tab, and choose the color space for your output file. For a standard video file, choose Rec. 709 video file. To learn more about ACEScc and ACES, check out my detailed tutorial.